so continue a little bit with that. Zelda, Breath of the
Wild.
Breath of the Wild. I was gonna say Breath of the Wind. Yeah, Breath of the Wind.
That's the worst
Breath
word
of
in the
the
entire world.
Wind.
Ew. You should have picked a better title.
They should have picked a better. It could still change. It's Nintendo after all.
I hate that word.
But Breath of the Wild, that's coming out as a launch title for the NX. And for this next topic, we want to talk about NX rumors and predictions of what we want the NX to be versus some of the rumors that have been circulating for the past few weeks, about month, about what the NX is supposed to be through patents, through possible hardware leaks and whatnot.
Yeah.
So let's start with Zelda. Like, how do you guys feel about what you saw this past E3 with Zelda?
Go ahead.
Oh, I would say I'm really excited. I've actually never really played Zelda games, but when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna play that." Was like the open world aspect that brought you into it? I don't know what it was really. I can't even tell you. I just looked at it and I was like, "That's something I want to play."
For people that can't see this, this is Zelda Amiibo. This is actually Zelda.
It's actually Zelda.
Yeah, you're like
Zelda. I'm like,
so you've never actually played a Zelda game. Now you look Zelda in the face and say,
"Yeah, like shoot." Now I feel bad.
But no, it's the open world aspect of the game.
Yeah, please don't kill me for that.
The open world aspect of the game definitely is what like drew me in. I thought it was too linear before, even though Twilight Princess was still pretty open. Not open enough.
Open world. I mean, I'm not debating linear versus open world. As far as each individual game, I think they're open world enough. Do I think they need to be full open world? Sure. I just kind of like the fact I've always liked how the games have played, and I've only really ever played the top-down ones.
Okay.
I've played a little bit of Ocarina of Time. I played a little bit of Majora's Mask, which I know is heresy for most gamers that I haven't played.
Dude, we're getting the dislikes right now.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna get
everyone's like, "What the hell?"
We're gonna
dislike.
get so hated.
Dislike.
No, and the reason why I never played them is because I had a Nintendo 64 for about 6 months.
Really? What was that? Out of curiosity.
Why it was only 6 months? Because it got stolen.
Wow, that sucks.
What the?
I know what that feels like all too recently, man.
Upsides to that, I got my GameCube 6 months later. So
that kind of sucks. I didn't like the GameCube.
Oh my god, that's one of my favorite systems.
I hated it.
I love the GameCube.
Hated it.
That's what the NX just needs to be.
favorites.
New GameCube.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
If it's the new GameCube, then we're all doomed.
The GameCube was
get outta
durable
here.
as
Oh my
hell.
gosh.
If it's anything like the Wii or the GameCube, we are so fucked.
If it's anything like the Wii, Nintendo was saved because the Wii sold gangbusters.
See now, how do you feel about the Wii U?
It can't have that gimmick. So as we want to,
No, it doesn't need to have a gimmick.
Yeah, if we want to jump into that right now about like our speculation predictions, it cannot have a gimmick. They need to get away from that. It needs to be a solid system that developers can just easily develop on, where there's no waggle.
It sounds like that's what it is.
Yeah,
because a lot of third-party developers are getting behind the NX already, which is a great sign.
Yeah, great sign right off the bat, considering their relationship with Nintendo and Nintendo's relationship with third-party developers. Excuse me. So that is a good sign early on. But there can't be. You can have the motion controls in there, but you can't have that Nintendo typical feature for the past 10 years that they've thrown in their stuff. There can't be like heavy 3D in the handheld, because it's rumored to have a handheld that is going to be detachable.
What I've heard is that I've heard that it is a handheld. Initially
portable
a handheld.
console.
So you know
that you can plug, that you can hook up to your TV.
So you know what I'm kind of like thinking, like it's modular. But if you've seen like the new Surface Book Pro, where it actually has like, it's a tablet, but the graphics card is actually on the keyboard. So when you connect it to when you connect the two together, then it becomes more powerful.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I'm getting the feeling from it, is that there's like internals in both of them that together make it a little bit more powerful, more like a legitimate system. So
we use a legitimate system.
Legitimately bad.
No,
not
okay.
a bad
Wii
system.
U is a great system. It just, the sales were not good, and I think that's because of marketing.
Oh,
that was
and
marketed
third
terribly.
party didn't get behind it. Nintendo was a little behind on the times with as far as what gamers were going for, because it was trying to compete with PS3 and Xbox 360. Really,
were they trying to compete? Have they been ever trying to compete for the past 10 years?
They, as a business, you have to say that they are.
I don't
Even if it's not their goal to try and usurp
They're
one
so
of them,
different, though.
I don't even
it
think,
is a
yeah,
competition.
I think they're like on their own path.
Like they're trying to be like the innovative.
Yeah.
Like
They're trying to be. No, I don't say they're trying to be Apple, but they just have their own. Nintendo has had their own way of doing things, and that's kind of how they've operated since like the N64. Their thing, even with that, they're never trying to outpower anybody. The boomerang.
I'm actually kind of sad because, I mean, I know you disagree, but I really like the Wii U, and I feel like it's so fast. Like, what did it come out in, like, 2012?
2000, yeah.
2000,
Right?
I mean, you can't really say it's so fast, though, because you have the PS4 Neo and the Project Scorpio.
But is it Neo not? It's not like a new system.
It's not a brand new console, but it's
just going to
kinda
be like
being treated like one.
Actually,
no, because I think it just has what 4K.
We were recording this on the 27th, so anything that comes out in the next week, we can't be accountable for. But strong rumor in the past 48 hours is that they actually might be pushing the Neo because they want to make it as powerful as the Scorpio. Microsoft kind of like won them up.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it's
potential for that to not even come out this year now.
But from what I know, Neo's not a new system. It's like people are worried for a minute there.
Yeah.
Are they going to have to buy the system to play the games? Which no.
So here's the thing with that. Sean Murray from Hello Games, as we've already talked about No Man's Sky today, was recently talking about the Neo, saying that it's going to change the way that developers are going to make games for the system and the way that you're even going to be able to play No Man's Sky.
Well, was he more specifically talking about just Hello Games, or was he talking in general? Because I thought it was more just specifically Hello Games. And
even if you're just talking about Hello Games and with No Man's Sky and the fact that it's going to change how the game plays, it might not necessarily be a new console where you can still play the games you have now on it, and you can play games that come out after that on your current PS4. They're talking about it in a different way, and the fact that it's going to alter the way that the PSVR works on it. It might not be a totally different console, but it is a different console. Yeah, it's a more powerful console, and you have to take that into account. Yeah, you have to.
So
that's true, but I'm just saying because it's going to be the NX is going to be completely different from the Wii U, so that's why I'm like to me it feels fast. I love the Wii U though. And that's why I'm a little sad about it, and I wish more people did, and I wish it was marketed better.
There's some great games on it.
I didn't actually get the Wii U. Actually, till
I'm still considering
a couple years after.
One.
See, I'll buy one when they decide to drop the price, which they haven't done. But I remember looking at the IGN coverage when they initially announced the Wii U, and Brian Altano and Max Scoville from IGN just recently did like a kind of like a video of like they're reminiscing about when that was announced and how everybody's reaction in the room was just like, what? When they announced it. And they're like, what is it? So right off the bat, like they were obviously struggling with how they wanted the system to be viewed and how they want people to interact with it. It was like they took a half step on something, they didn't take a full step on something.
Yeah, they cannot make the same mistakes with the new system.
Yeah, it seems like the NX is them taking like this is a legitimate step this way. And the fact that I think that they're combining their handheld market to some degree with the console, like they're combining the strongest aspect of the company with something that's not doing that
because handheld Nintendo dominates.
Yeah,
like other than maybe mobile gaming with phones, nothing touches the 3DS.
So the fact that they are ballsy enough right now to combine those two, that gives me some faith.
Well, I mean, you're combining a surefire thing with what you want to work.
Yeah.
So that is really kind of like putting all your chips in realistically. I mean, that's like here's everything we got. If this doesn't work, then. We're gonna go making.
There's a belief that if the NX fails, Nintendo is done. That's not true.
I don't think that at all.
People said that about the Wii U, and Nintendo's still. They might not be posting profits, but they still are.
I'm pretty sure that they're not gonna be making hardware anymore, though.
No,
they're gonna get out of the hardware game if this fails.
Yeah, at least as far as home consoles, I think keeping with the handheld, they need to do
potential. Yeah.
Do you think the Amiibos brought the Wii U to life a little bit? Just a little bit.
I don't necessarily want to equate it to the Amiibos themselves, but the release of Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Because the fact that Smash Brothers wasn't a launch title probably hurt the sales a little bit. Because as soon as that came out, Mario Kart 8 came out, then the sales picked up a lot. Still wasn't quite as much as the other consoles. Yeah. It wasn't even as much really as the 3DS, but it picked up. And I think
when did Smash end up coming out? How long after release?
2 years.
Yeah, that's
because I remember getting my Wii U around that time.
Yeah,
so
it's too long, and the fact that there was never a proper Zelda game.
Talk about shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah. I think the fact that Zelda coming out as a launch title for NX is going to help it immensely.
I agree. But isn't it also coming out for Wii U?
It is. It is.
But no one's going to get the Wii U when the NX is coming out.
No.